Alright, all you Minties, let's kick this weekend off right by doing an overview of the once and future Slipcase editions from Boom Studios. So, let's get started. Welcome back, everybody. Now, before getting started, I do want to make one thing clear, and that is the way that Boom Studios handled this situation with the Slipcase edition. So, as some of y'all that watch my Saturday streams, I've mentioned it there. The same thing happened with Something is Killing the Children, that there was not enough books to go out and meet demand. So all the retailers got their orders cut, whether it was for the Deluxe edition or the Slipcase edition. Some retailers that ordered 300 copies of the Slipcase edition only got one. So the good news is that it will be back in print next April. So Boom Studios is doing that right. They are going to make this go back into print, just like Something is Killing the Children, but I believe that is in July. This will be back out next April. The Deluxe edition will also have another printing. Now, I don't know if they're going to put a sticker on it saying this is the second printing of it, or because they messed up so bad, they're going to leave it as a first printing and not add any extra stickers or anything to it. That is some good news. At least they're doing the right thing and going back to print with it. Now, I know some local comic book stores have gotten it because a few of my viewers have emailed me saying they found a copy, and that's amazing if you can find one. But I wanted to start the episode with some good news. Now, let's jump into this overview. So here we have Once and Future by Kieron, Gillen, and Dan Mora. Published by Boom Studios. This is Deluxe Edition Book 1. And this is the Slipcase Edition. And here's the back of the slipcase. Once and Future. Again, the credits. Deluxe Edition. This is all in gold. And then what we were looking at earlier. The bottom has the it's upside down, sorry. Has the ISBN number right there, along with the price. So much like Something is Killing the Children, the slipcase is $79.99. And the Deluxe Edition is $59.99. So again, it's a $20 price difference for this box. As far as the dimensions, it's the exact same dimensions as Something is Killing the Children. So if you haven't seen that overview, click on the link above. I've compared it to other books. But it is the exact same dimensions in the slipcase and out of the slipcase. This is exactly what you're getting if you purchase the Deluxe Edition. For $59.99, again, that's the retail price. And this is the slipcase that you're paying an extra $20 for, really. But this is the design, and it is a beautiful design. You can tell all those dragons back there. This image right here is embossed. Oh, that looks so awesome. It is beautiful. So you also have guns there because, you know, we are talking about modern times, and similar design in the back. Long live the king with the skull here. The design of the slipcase, of course, being by Dan Mora with this beautiful badass crown on the king. So let's go ahead and get this open. I'm going to talk about the story without going into too much spoilers, but I figured people will want to know what the story is about. And I'll be honest with you, I just got this in the mail a little bit earlier today, and I opened it up and read all the way halfway through it, and I did not want to stop reading, but I needed to make this video. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about this. Let's get this beautiful looking book open. Here is your end paper. And Once and Future with this design right there, this skeleton design. So I am going to talk a little bit about some spoilers, not a lot, of course, just giving you the premise of the story. So here are your credits, written by Kieron Gillen, drawn by Dan Mora. The colors are done by Tamra Bonvillain, and letters by Ed Dukeshire. Chapter 1. So this is where everything begins. Really quickly, the premise is there's been a drought in England, and in Cornwall here, this particular area, you can see the lake going down. They found some artifacts, and it looks like they belong to the 5th or 6th century. And they found the scabbard with a couple of knives. The scabbard, however, is very interesting to this lady right here, who is known as Elaine, and she plays a big part in all this. And out of nowhere, these three guys come in, and they're like, yeah, we're going to take the scabbard with us. And this guy says, well, what do you want? And they want England back. And that's where it kicks off. And then we get this image right here, which you see on the slipcase, and that is the image of that badass crown right there. Then we meet this old lady. We'll just call her Gran right now, because she does have a secret, and we'll get to that secret because it is very important to talk about it, and it's revealed within like the first few pages. These old people at this retirement home in Somerset are watching the Bake Off, or they want to watch the Bake Off, but the news are coming on. The local news are coming on about that murder and about that archaeology dig, and she seems to take an interest in it. First of all, the thing I noticed is that she's rolling her own cigarette. Badass moment number one. Badass moment number two is when she says, yeah, sure, you can turn it to the British Bake Off show, but you know, broken fingers are a lot slower to heal at our age. Badass moment number two. There's a lot more in here. She's awesome. So then we meet her grandson, who's on a date. This is Duncan, and he's on a date with this lady named Rose. He just spilled something on her on accident, and he gets a call from his grandmother's retirement home. And they're like, hey, your grandmother's missing, dude. We don't know where she is. Then he gets a phone call from his gran. So Duncan says, hey, I gotta go. I gotta go and pick up my grandmother. She's crazy. She's in the middle of nowhere. So this is where the story gets good. Because Gran turns out to be a retired monster hunter named Bridget McGuire. So Duncan is thrown into this crazy world. She's digging up all these old weapons of her. There's a lot of silver bullets in there. There's a bunch of stakes. And it's really cool because it's not just for one particular monster, because she makes comments like that. Well, you never know what kind of monster you're going to face. And speaking of monster, that's where the first issue completely takes you. There's this creature here known as the Questing Beast. And there's a reason why it just appears out of nowhere. It chases Duncan. And immediately you see that Duncan is not your average kind of archaeologist or guy that works at a museum. Because that's what both him and his state do. They work in the history museum. And you see him pick up like this giant log. So you're like, okay, this guy has obviously a little stronger than most. At least I noticed something like that. He's really quick. But she tells him everything that is going to happen. They're trying to resurrect King Arthur. Here, let's skip some pages. They're trying to bring him back. This group of people led by this woman named Elaine is trying to bring him back. So Duncan, of course, is asking his gran the same questions we would ask, but wait. King Arthur's supposed to, bring peace. He's such a good guy. And there's a dark side of that history that she lets on. And man, it's so good. So yes, the Once and Future comes back with a few sacrifices, of course, builds his own army, and now it's Duncan and Gran, Bridget, up against this army of the dead that is coming after them. And it's their job to put a stop to the Once and Future King from taking over Britain. Like, it's his destiny. So there's a lot of prophecies in here, because it's not just as easy as him getting resurrected. They need Excalibur, they need the Grail. So there's all these little side missions. Oh my gosh, this was so fun. And then of course Rose gets involved because, well, everybody has a role to fit in this story, and that's another part that I enjoyed about it. There is some violence. There is a lot of violence. And honestly, that's all I will say about that. You've seen a lot of the artwork in here now. This is exactly what the action sequences look like right here. So there's decapitation. There's a bunch of stabbing. So there are moments of violence in here. And the artwork is just freaking stunning. Of course, the colors do help with that. Now, Dan Mora has been drawing comics for a while now. He did a stint on Power Rangers. He worked with Grant Morrison on Claws. He was doing Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So he's been doing this for a while now. And my goodness, I've been a big fan of his art since I saw him on Power Rangers. So it's good to see him bring his artwork to an ongoing series like this. Just wanted to showcase another badass Bridget moment. That lady is one hell of a lady. Now, the series is continuing. This collects the first 18 issues of Once and Future. And it is continuing. I believe they're on issue 23 right now, 22 or 23. But the book has 464 pages. Let's take a look at the extras, because you all know how disappointed I was with a lot of you all in the extras in Something is Killing the Children. Alright, really dodged the bullet there, because I did not want to see what that last page was about. But we do have the color gallery, issues 1 through 18 by Dan Mora. So this is the cover to issue number 1. and they are what people are calling virgin covers. I really hate that term. It's pretty stupid, but whatever. I didn't come up with it. But anyway, there are no volume numbers, there's no price, no ISBN, nothing like that. It's just a straight up artwork, which is awesome. You get to see the full art. Now, I'm going to skip a couple because they might spoil something. Actually, I had to skip quite a few, so there are some spoilers on those covers, so don't look at the covers, because I don't know who some of those characters were. Now, I am censoring that issue number 18 cover, because it looks like a spoiler, and I wouldn't want anybody spoiling that for me, so I feel the same. But there are character designs in there, and these are the only two that I want to share, because there are some characters that pop in and out of here that I want people to be surprised from. Probably you may have heard them, and probably you see them coming, but just in case, if you've never read it, I want you to enjoy it. All the way in the back is "The King is Dead, Long Live the King." And the only thing that I did not see in here are the variant covers. And I'm pretty sure this series had some variant covers, so they are not collected in here. Maybe in Volume 2, like I'm hoping Volume 2 of Something is Killing the Children will have the covers to the series, but we'll see. As far as the binding of the book, it is sewn binding with a flat spine, and this is what the eye looks like. So the book does lay down rather nice. Whether you're in the front or the back, the paper quality is this thick, glossy paper, the same that they used for the Something is Killing the Children Deluxe Edition and Slipcase. And the chapter breaks are done like so. So this is the ending of issue number 1, the beginning of issue number 2, with chapter 2 right here. So all the chapter breaks are done that way, because there are no page numbers, and the covers are all the way in the back, and even the covers don't have any number or issue numbers on them. So the way to know is which chapter you're on. It's obviously reading the opposite page of where the next issue starts. This series was a lot of fun. It is to me, it feels like a fast-paced action movie. It reminded me of The Mummy, those type of movies. Not to take itself too seriously while you still have all these horrible things and all these horrible prophecies coming to life, and you see people getting decapitated and slashed left and right. It was a fun book, and I cannot wait to finish it. And that, as they say, is that. If you're interested in purchasing the Deluxe Edition or pre-ordering the Slipcase Edition, don't forget to check out our sponsor, who is having a Black Friday sale as well. CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online home for brand new graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They pride themselves on packaging your books so they arrive safely and in excellent condition, as well as prompt and helpful service. Check out the bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. CGN is excited to announce that they are now taking pre-orders. They're making it easier for you to ensure that you don't miss out on the hottest releases. CGN is currently running a special promotion for you minties. If you're a first-time customer, let them know that you were referred by Near Mint Condition at the checkout, and you'll receive a credit for free shipping on your next order. This promotion is valid for U.S. customers only. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount and quality shipping and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was the content, the page count, and build of this slipcase. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read the series, what you think about it so far. I did not want to put it down. I was being honest through my overview. This is a book that I could have read from cover to cover, but I had to make this video. So I'm going to go back and read it after we're done. So again, if you have any questions, please leave your questions down below. And let me know which version you're going with. Are you sticking to the trade paperbacks, the single issues? Are you getting the Deluxe Edition or the Slipcase Edition? And in case you missed out on it again, that will come back out sometime in April of next year. Again, this was the Uncanny Omar. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, ring that bell for notifications, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. We are on Patreon and on Spreadshop. Amazing ways to support the channel if you can do so. And more importantly, everyone, stay healthy and stay safe. Much love.